Hi, this is Chris of Magoosh, and for today's video, we're going to deal with some quantitative comparison. But before we dive in, what's the basic concept here? Well, this question type is not about solving or calculating the answer. It's about figuring out which side is bigger. And so don't think, oh, I've got to get an answer. You just have to figure out, hey, that side is bigger than the other, or they're equal, or we don't know. And as soon as you know that, you've solved the question. Let's dive in. Okay, just looking at this question, it seems like there's a lot of math that we're gonna have to do. It's pretty intimidating. So let's take a look here. The revenue generated by company X is divided between Doug and Moira at or in a 6:5 ratio respectively. Now, that's a lot going on there because that's kind of a weird ratio. So I'm already feeling a little bit awkward and uncomfortable. I don't like this question, but I keep on reading. Column A, Moira's share, when the revenue generated by company X is $15,700. Ew, more gross numbers. And column B says $7,900. Wow, I really don't like this. What do I do? Well, the trick here is the test does not want you to solve and get an exact number. They want you to figure out which side must be bigger. So let's take a look at these numbers. One thing we notice is that Doug has more than Moira does. It's a 6:5 ratio, so pretty close, but Doug clearly has more. Then it says in column A, her share when the revenue generated by the company is $15,700. Well, we know that it has to be less than half of Doug's. And so in this case, $15,700, if you divide that by 2, and you might need to use the calculator to do so, but that's going to be 7,850. Now that's less than 7,900. And we know that she gets less than half of him. So without having to do any more math besides that simple 15,700 divided by 2, we can quickly solve the problem, and we know that column B has to be greater than column A. I didn't have to dive in the weeds with that whole 6:5 ratio and figure out exactly what that looks like. That would be 5/11ths of 15,700. You suddenly have to do a bunch of calculations. You get into the weeds, and that's what you always want to avoid on quantitative comparison. So I hope you enjoyed that video and that super cool trick, and we got more like that actually. Check out the link in the description below, and you will see our GRE math study tips. Lots of good stuff in there. And speaking of good stuff, check out the videos to your left if you want more of the same.